Magandang buhay! Welcome back to our virtual class. I'm Teacher Reg, your virtual teacher. So today we are in second quarter, week 2 in our English grade 4. And in today's activity, we are going to discuss about the kinds of nouns. Are you ready? Let's get started! But before that, let's have first a short review. Identify the type of context clues used in each statement. Draw a star for definition and heart for exemplification. Number 1. Conclave, a gathering of cardinals to elect Pope, is one of the highly celebrated occasions in the Roman Catholic religion. The highlighted word is conclave. So what do you think is that? Is it an exemplification or definition? Draw a star for definition and a heart for exemplification. And the correct answer is definition. Conclave means a gathering of cardinals to elect Pope. Number 2. Rhea will study her modules in 3 learning areas, such as English, mathematics, and science. So it is an example of star for definition, heart for exemplification. So learning areas is an example of exemplification. Very good. Number 3. Ryan enjoys organizing a music fest because he likes celebrations and other festive gatherings. The underlined word is fest. So fest is an example of exemplification. Very good. Number 4. He was a brave leader of a platoon, a military group or unit. So the underlined word is platoon. And platoon, or the fourth sentence, is an example of a definition. Good job! Fifth sentence. Green and yellow fruits like mangoes that grow on trees are my teacher's favorite. The underlined word is fruits. And the fifth sentence is an example of exemplification. Very good. People, places, things, and events have their names. Some show possession, some represent a group, some can be counted, and some cannot. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to use clear and coherent sentences employing appropriate grammatical structures, focusing on the kinds of nouns such as mass nouns, count nouns, possessive nouns, and collective nouns. Let's read the passage while paying attention to the highlighted words. The passage is entitled Tree of Life. Do you know that a coconut is called the tree of life? It is called the tree of life because all its parts have something to offer. Let us begin from the bottom to top. Its roots are used in making dyes, while the trunk is made into lumber for buildings, bridges, and other constructions. The pith, which is found inside the upper trunk of the tree, can be made into fresh lumpia and salad. The outer layer of the fruit, called the husk, and shells can be made into mattresses, bunot, fuel, charcoals, and even native decors. Inside its shell are the meat and its juice, or the water. The meat can be mixed to salad and other delicacies, while the water can be refreshing drinks. Its leaves can be dried to make baskets, bags, and mats, while the leaves midribs are made into broomsticks for sweeping. These are the many uses of the coconut tree. No wonder it is called the tree of life. So what do you call to the highlighted words mentioned in the passage? Let's read the following highlighted words from the passage. So we have the coconut, water, buildings, basket, and they're all nouns. Nouns are naming words. Nouns. It refers to the name of person, place, thing, animal, or idea. So there are different kinds of nouns. The kinds of nouns that we are going to discuss are the count nouns, mass nouns, possessive nouns, and collective nouns. Let's learn first the count nouns. Count nouns are nouns that can be counted. They can be singular or plural. Examples of count nouns. So we have the singular count noun or the plural count noun. When we say singular, example of this is woman, plural is women, baby for singular, and for plural, babies. Singular for book and plural, books. Child for singular and children for plural. Now let's talk about the mass nouns. Mass nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. They can be separated into countable units. They can only be quantified by terms that signify amount. Examples of mass nouns are water, chocolate, air, ice, and alcohol, soil, sugar, coffee, oil, and cologne. Mass nouns are always common nouns. The following expressions are used before mass nouns. Example, a lot of chocolate, much salt, little sugar. Here are the examples of quantifiers or counters that we can use in mass nouns. So a box of, a block of, a bottle of, a teaspoon of, a sack of, a glass of, a loaf of, a pinch of. Now we have the possessive nouns. Possessive nouns are nouns that show possession or ownership. Examples are Bella's house, the school's computers, the lady's umbrella, the children's game, Ben's car, the mayor's office, Jane's hut, and Limmy's car. To form possessive nouns, we follow the following rules. So rule number 1, add apostrophe s to the singular form of the noun even if it ends in s. Example, the hen's nest, Nicholas' bath. Rule number 2, add apostrophe to singular nouns that are in plural form. Have a final word that is in plural form ending with an s. Example, chocolate hills view. Rule number 3, add apostrophe s to plural forms that do not end in s. Like for example, the children's game. Rule number 4, add apostrophe to the end of plural nouns that end in s. Like for example, the two girls' toys. And rule number 5, add apostrophe s to the last noun to show joint possession of an object. Like for example, Remy and Ray's farm, Lydia and Carol's car. Lastly, we have the collective nouns. Collective nouns refers to a group of people or things. Examples of collective nouns, we have the committee, class, group, crew, crowd, band, a school of fish, a herd of cows, and a flock of birds. Now, I think you are ready for our exercise number 1. Write count if the word is an example of a count noun, and write mass if it's an example of mass noun. Are you ready? Let's get started! The first word is pen. Pen is an example of a count noun. Good job! The second word is flag. Flag is an example of a count noun also. Fantastic! Next word is sheep. Sheep is an example of count noun. Very good. Next is rice. So rice is an example of a mass noun. Good job! And the last word is furniture. Furniture is an example of a count noun. Okay, well done. Okay, you go for it. Don't lose focus. Okay, let's proceed to exercise number 2. Write the possessive form of each of the following phrases. Number 1, the promise of the teacher. So, how are you going to write it in possessive form? Very good. Teacher, apostrophe S, then promise. Number 2, the career of his parents. So, how are you going to write it in possessive form? His parents' career. So, parent, apostrophe S. Very good. Number 3, the bicycle of Juan. So, how are you going to write it in possessive form? Okay, very good. Juan's bicycle. So, Juan, apostrophe S. Number 4, the dress of Marites. So, how are you going to write it in possessive form? Okay, very good. Marites dress. So, Marites, then add apostrophe S. Number 5, the shoes of Jane. So, how are you going to write it in possessive form? Okay, very good. Jane's shoes. So, Jane plus or add apostrophe S. Great! Now, let's have our exercise number 3. Identify the collective noun in each sentences. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. Number 1, the Environment Party expressed their hopes to win the election. So, which do you think is the collective noun in the first sentence? Good job! The collective noun is party. Number 2, the Homeowners Association plans to cancel its party due to unfavorable weather. So, what is the collective noun in the second sentence? Very good, the word association. Number 3, the orchestra plays the Philippine National Anthem with pride. So, what is the collective noun in the third sentence? Good job! The word orchestra is the collective noun in the third sentence. Number 4, the school's basketball team plays and wins its third championship game. And the collective noun in the fourth sentence is team. Very good. Number 5, yesterday the drivers' union ended its strike. And the collective noun in the fifth sentence is union. Okay, good job! That's all for today. I hope you learned something new today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Happy learning. Bye!